Okay, so after it's all together, just make sure with the glue, you can take a wet paper towel, but clean off the glue because you'll save yourself a lot of work later on. Now you'll notice when it's all together that the ends are a little bit longer than the sides. It's done that way so that after things are all together, it can be sanded down and made all straight and even. If we tried to make the slot exactly the size of the thickness of the wood, and we were off even just a little bit, it would be short right here. So this way it assures that the sides are full length, wrapping over the ends, and making sure that things are clean just saves us work later on. Now if you've used your sanding block, here's mine, well, you'll have to wait until things dry before you can sand because wet wood can't be sanded. But now you can go ahead and sand over the outsides and do them, getting rid of the pencil marks. Once the nails are in, we don't need the pencil marks anymore, and we can't mix up the parts. We're going to sand the surface. And when sanding, make sure that you sand over the entire surface, not just to the end, but beyond. Because if you think about it, if you're stopping right at the end of the board, the very end of it hardly ever gets touched. So when you sand, take nice long strokes. Always sand with the grain.
Mr. Mikolas, what is the grain?
Well, the grain is the structure of the wood. The cells and the way the wood grows in its seasonal changes creates light and dark lines. The rings that you look at when cutting down a tree, and you can count the age of a tree, is because of that cyclical growth pattern of the tree. In the wood, it's cutting along those lines, and it creates the pattern of light and dark, and the thing that makes wood such a nice building material.
So we want to go with the lines and not side to side.
Yes, because the sandpaper going across will tear into the wood fibers very severely, and that will show even after you're finished working on the box. So sanding out, and don't be afraid to push down on the sandpaper as you sand. Use a heavy hand and it sands more completely.